we're going to talk about your extension drill and talk about some of the things you can do to improve it. The first thing I noticed when you're practicing your extension drill is that you tend to have too little levered action in your wrist lever angle. As you go in your backswing, you tend to get in a position about like this, and if you're going to get it levered and delivered soon enough, you'd actually have to add a lot more angle, in that short little period of time from here to here, and then be able to deliver that and get up by the time you reach your full extension. And since you tend to have too little angle in the backswing, that's one of the reasons why you tend to chase past where your full extension is. Again, we want your full extension to be at 45 degrees past impact. We want you to feel like you're getting up and you're extending your chest upward as you're extending the club down through that 45-degree angle. Now, we still want you to do this in a rear anchor manner since you're a rear anchor golfer, and we're going to talk a little bit about how to get that happening right now. So once again, we're always going to step in right foot first, then left, then right, get a little bit of tilt to the right side so you have a little more weight on your right leg, your right foot, than you do your left foot. Now, what I want you to get a sense of in the backswing is as you go up to the top of the backswing, try to get a little bit more hinge, in your wrist action. Even though this is going to be a short swing, I want you to have the sense that there's a little more hinge action there. So, since you're a side-on golfer, you have the sense of your right elbow goes to your side first, but right after that elbow goes to your side. So right there, my elbow's on my side. Now, I go ahead and hinge these wrists as much as I can as I go up to this short top of the backswing position. Now from here, you're going to get the feeling of dropping the weight down on the right foot and holding that angle. You notice if I try to hold the angle I have at the top, even though I may lose a little bit of it, as I drive that weight down onto my right foot, I'm going to get my left arm in the shaft at about 45-degree angles to the ground, and the butt of the club's going to be pointed very close to the ball or down the line on the ball line. And now you're in a position where you can go ahead and extend, get it straightening up on your left leg, pushing up off your right foot and feeling your sternum coming, and you can get that club to go ahead and stop at that 45-degree angle. So here we go again. Step in with the right foot, left and right, a little more weight on the right foot, a little tilt to the right. Right elbow goes to the side of your body during the takeaway. Then go ahead and hinge those wrists as much as you can. Feel that weight drop down on that right foot as the arms come down in delivery position. Now from here, you're going to push up off the right foot, extend up on that left leg, and deliver that club through your full extension. Now when you're good at doing that and getting through that motion playing shots there, of course you can always add in your finish drill in the end and then learn to blend that in to full swings like we talked about in the past. But right now I think the most important thing is learning how to get this extension drill correct and improving it so that you can really start to see the benefits of your biomechanics showing up in your golf swing. So let's go ahead and do this one more time. Right foot, left and right, tilt to the right, a little extra weight on the right foot. Feel my takeaway, right elbow to my side. Go ahead and hinge my wrist fully. Drive that weight down on that right foot coming into delivery. Now, right through my full extension. Okay, I'm going to cover some video of you actually playing your extension shots. We'll talk a little bit about what's going on there. And then I'll actually have some demonstrations of me out on the driving range so you can see more about what we're talking about actually in action.
Okay, Jonathan, here's an early attempt at the extension drill. Notice the lack of hinging at the top. As you go through to your full extension, which is at a pretty good position, we also notice that your right shoulder stayed down and your body failed to release everything symmetrically upward so that your whole body is symmetrically aligned at that 45-degree angle. In this drill, you actually lever the club a lot better in the backswing, which allows you to deliver it more efficiently down through that 45-degree angle. Once again, your postural release angle stay down and you fail to get to the symmetrical alignments in your full extension. In this last example, I'd like to once again see more levered angle in the wrist action, but do a great job of releasing your postural angles, getting up, through and getting all the symmetry and your postural alignments to your full extension. However, you have chased past the 45-degree mark at this point, and we'd like to get better at delivering your full extension to that 45-degree mark. Okay, here I'm demonstrating the process on the range. We get set up in the rear anchor manner, get that feel of loading the weight down onto the right foot and into the delivery position and moving through to the extension. Okay, here we go in the actual swing now. Notice how well the club gets levered up at the top of the backswing, creating more angle. And during the downswing, as the weight drives down on my right foot, it maintains that levered action, which allows me to deliver my full extension, through, to that 45-degree mark. I've chased past it a little bit here, just like you have, and that's mainly because I'm an undergolfer. So that last swing was a good example of what happens as you're training the training swing right now. We want to go ahead and improve it a little bit more and really get to this extension position where we're 45 degrees past impact. So let's see what happens on this one. Once again, as I get to the top of the backswing, I lever the club really well. And that allows me to maintain that levered angle in the transition as I move into delivery and I drive my weight down onto my right foot. Now as it goes through, I can really get that club through to that full extension. I have stayed a little bit under in the full extension, however, I kind of correct it afterwards to remind myself of where it needs to be. Okay, in the last swing here, my goal is to get through to that 45-degree extension, to get my body alignments to get symmetrical with that extension mark. You also notice sometimes if you rotate a little past the 45-degree mark, the club will go past it, but you're still in a good alignment and good posture when you get to that point. So again, good levered angles here, rotate through, trying to release all my postural angles and level out, and I got to a nice 45-degree full extension with good postural release this time. Okay, Jonathan, take a look at this video, and if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email and we'll get your questions answered.